We have to do this. People, you gotta get mad about what's going on in our city. 60 years, 50 years, 40 years in the same place, and $500 turns into $10,000 with the treasury. How does that happen? The very people that got us through the city through the deepest and darkest point of its history is now kicking these folks out. We need to stand together. Please join us. Stop. Call for a moratorium right now. We can do this. We can solve our problems. When I talk to my neighbors, they all want to pay their taxes. But when the house is worth $8,000 and you got it assessed at $40,000, how does that work? When your tax bill comes in and it's $3,000 and $4,000, 300% over assessed, and they want to foreclose on that. You know, they really kind of taken advantage of us. And let's tell you why. Through the city, from the 80s and the 90s, we voted in everything that our government wanted. We voted in for more money for schools, for infrastructure, for Detroit, everything. We just followed them down the third world's path, and now they're taking our houses from us because they can't seem. And in fact, let me just say this. City of Detroit last year had one assessor for the largest city in the state of Michigan. How does that work? One assessor for the largest city in the state of Michigan. How does that work? So let me tell you how that works. I got one house in Russellwood that owes $38,000 in taxes. $38,000 in taxes. How does that happen, folks? We know we went through a housing crisis. We know the banks basically bailed out on all of us, right? So we can't get our property adjusted. Let me tell you what happened. I have 1/3 of my neighborhood that will be foreclosed on. 1/3 of the neighborhood. That's 300 homes out of 1,200. They've got to be enraged by what's going on in this city. These are the people that stood up, stood by the city, wants a great city, wants city. Now the mayor wants, to be judged on one metric and one metric only, and that's how many people are moving in the city. But I don't know how picking out 100,000 people goes to that goal. How does that work? How does that work? He wants to be judged by how many people live in the city. So what's really going on? He comes in and he says, okay, we're going to drop